Hello everybody, in today's video I am talking about a study that I found at a website called smartasset.com. The name of the article is Where High Wage Earners Are Moving, and it was a 2023 study that was just published in July. It looks at tax return data from the year 2021, and they are defining high wage earners as anybody who has a household income above $200,000, and it looked at where are those people moving to and where are those people moving from. So if you are in a state and you're not really happy with it and you're making more than $200,000 a year, you might be interested in this study because it would tell you where are the other people going. Maybe they know something that I don't. So stay tuned. I'm going to give you a high-level review of this article. So my name is Dickenson, and the channel is Living in Northern Arizona, where I'll talk about anything that pertains to moving in or living in Arizona. And the reason I picked this study today is because Arizona makes the list of where top wage earners are moving, so you might want to pay attention. And if you are interested in real estate in Arizona, certainly feel free to give me a call because I am a realtor in Northern Arizona. My contact information is in the description below, where you can give me a call, text, email, or go to my website even and schedule a Zoom call. So let's get into the specifics of the article. Where are the high wage earners moving? So the key findings of the article first is that Florida and Texas are receiving the biggest net gain of people moving in, and New York and California are receiving the most negative. Most people leaving are from New York and California, and it's interesting because my family moved from New York many years ago, 1970, and some of the issues that are going on today were also prevalent in the 1970s. So New York and California, very bad for high wage earners, so they're moving out like crazy. The northeastern states lost the most of the high wage earners, and the $200,000 tax base is growing the fastest in states like Idaho, Florida, and Montana. And 7 of the top 20 states are in the southeast, although Arizona is in the southwest, and we are number 4, I believe. I'll look at that again. And Washington, D.C. is experiencing a big hit. Of course, smaller population, but the percentage of high wage earners, is shrinking very fast in Washington, D.C. So let's just take a look. I've got this chart I'm going to put up here. Let's review the top 5 states. So what I'm looking at is, like, number 1 was Florida. Okay, so Florida had an inflow of that year, 2021, 40,000 residents moving in, making over 200,000 a year, and an outflow of about 12,500 leaving the state, making over 200. So they have a positive inflow in Florida of over 27,000 residents moving in, making over 200,000 a year. Number 2 was Texas. Texas, again, inflow of over 22,000 people, outflow of 13,000 people. So you had a positive net migration of high wage earners in Texas at over 9,000 residents. Now, North Carolina came in at number 3, having a positive net migration of high wage earners at about 5,400. Arizona, okay, Arizona's what I know about because that's where I live. Arizona had a positive net migration of 4,500 high wage earners, and then at number 5 was South Carolina, also around 4,500 positive migration of high wage earners. And some of the other states after that, we had Tennessee, Nevada, Idaho, Colorado, Utah, New Hampshire. Let's see, it's kind of an outlier because that's in the east. They had positive of 1,300. So if I keep scrolling here, if I can find the chart to scroll, going towards the end now, where you're now starting to see a negative, which would mean more people leaving the state, making the high wage than coming in. We've got West Virginia, Michigan, Washington, North Dakota, Kansas, and then as you start to get to the northeast, you got Pennsylvania at like number 41. They're losing over 1,000. Ohio, Minnesota, Maryland lost over 2,000 high wage earners, and also Virginia lost to 2,500 high wage earners. But let's look at the top, or I should say the bottom 5 states. So New Jersey ranked in at number 46, where they had 10,000, over 10,000, almost 11,000 high wage earners moving in, but they lost 13,500. So they had a net migration of a negative 2,600 of high wage earners. So New Jersey not doing so good. Massachusetts at number 7 lost over 3,000 high wage earners. That's the net, right? Illinois also at over 9,000 people leaving Illinois because probably strangled by taxes. 49 is New York, lost almost 20,000 high wage earners net. The year of the study, now my family left New York for some of probably the same reasons that they're leaving today. Unfavorable tax climate, unfavorable financial climate, and some of the politics that are probably fueling today. And also now at number 50 is California. More than 27,000 net loss of high wage earners, people leaving California. So California takes the grand prize of where people are leaving who are making high wages. Now, we might want to pay attention to what's going on here. Like, what are they doing in Florida or Texas that are attracting the high wage earners? And what are they doing in New York and California that are making people leave? And I'm figuring that a lot of this has to do with taxes. So some of these states have very high taxes, and they cite the high taxes. They need the revenue, right? But the problem with high taxes is you need the high revenue, but now your revenue base is leaving because you've driven them away. So perhaps lower taxes would be the way to go to keep people or to attract high wage earners into your state. And they're always talking about taxing the rich. Oh, the rich have to pay their fair share. But you think about it, the rich are paying like 80% of the tax revenues that are coming into the state. So probably if these states would reconsider their tax policy, they would be able to attract or keep their high wage earners. So, and of course, the whole reason for the taxing is to have them collect the maximum amount of tax that they can. But the thing that is the common sense that is escaping some of the lawmakers in these states is that when you make these rich people that you want in your state, when you tax them so high and you say they're not paying their fair share, but they're actually paying probably 3 or 4 times their fair share, you drive them away, and then you have less tax base than you would have if you just had like a normal, define normal. I'm not getting into politics, but I'm just saying this is probably what is fueling this movement activity of the high wage earners. So again, I'm trying not to get into politics of why. I'm trying to report what's happening, which states are favorable. And if you're a high wage earner and you're wanting to come to Arizona, for instance, feel free to give me a call, text, email, and we could talk about moving here and real estate here. I actually don't do rentals or a lot of other stuff, but if you're interested in buying a property, feel free to give me a call. And that's it. My name's Dawn Dickenson, channel Living in Northern Arizona, where I talk about Northern Arizona real estate every single week. If you like the video, please hit the thumbs up because that helps other people to find this type of information. Consider subscribing because I post every single week, and I hope to see you back here again next week.